Now at 6, a memorial has been set up for the person killed in a string of crashes caused by the same driver on MLK Boulevard yesterday. We'll have a live report from the scene in Northeast Portland coming up in our top story.
Also this morning, Portland City Council unanimously agrees to pay the family of Manny Clark close to $4 million. Manny Clark was a man Portland police shot and killed after mistaking him for a robber. More details on the settlement coming up. Plus,
yeah, if you're into some iconic pop music, you might want to head over to the Keller to see And Juliet, how it's modernizing one of the greatest love stories ever told. Your 6 o'clock hour of sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Friday. I'm China Green.
and I'm Drew Carney. Katy Perry sings that Tiger song, right?
Very good.
So you're telling me Katy Perry and Shakespeare are now intertwined?
One, yes.
How about that, Chris McGinnis and Rod Hill?
Twist I didn't see.
Rod and Chris in the fray now. What do you got for us weather-wise?
It's actually one of the few concerts I've been to in my life. Katy
Katy
What?
Perry?
Saw her.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Hold on,
at,
hold on,
Can we
bring
come
it back. Bring it back.
No, well, my daughter wanted to go, and we went, and she was fantastic.
Okay.
You know, I get around, I get
Yeah.
out there. I'm a happening kind of guy. Here's our Snookwiz.
Happening Hill.
Well, maybe that's overstating. Here's our Snookwiz Casino Resort camera in Lincoln City. Blue skies awaiting, no marine layer. All areas are going to be sunny today, tomorrow, and Sunday for your weekend. It's a gorgeous morning. We're still a couple of minutes away from the actual sunrise. There's a Chehalem tasting room camera out in Sherwood. You can see Mount Hood. It's 49. Again, we talked before the commercial break. There are a bunch of you that are in the upper 40s this morning. Here's downtown Portland looking to the east, Mount Hood in the center, 57, the airport a little bit warmer. Moving forward today, 69 at noon. Sun up time 6:03, by the way. Have today's high at 82, which is still comfortable, but you'll notice it being warmer than where we were yesterday, which was 74 degrees. Here's Chris.
Rod, thank you for that. Let's get you out the door with a quick reminder. Cornelius Pass Road, this is another day of chip sealing on Cornelius Pass. That's Oregon Highway 127 between Germantown Road and Skyline Boulevard. So ODOT will be using a pilot car to alternate one lane of traffic through the work zone. Be aware that'll create some delays for sure. Your freeway drive right now is in fine shape. There's I-5 through Wilsonville. That's zipping right along. Door number 3 takes us through North Portland. That too is in pretty good shape. The drive times are all at or better than a speed limit clip for now. Guys, I do have a couple of traffic alerts to let you know about coming up in a few minutes. 217 being one of them. It's Bridge Pedal weekend as well. More on that in a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Our top story here at 6 o'clock. One person was killed and several others injured when someone drove onto the sidewalk, then hit multiple cars in Northeast Portland yesterday.
Yeah, this happened near the Safeway on MLK Boulevard. Police tell us they believe the driver did not do this intentionally. Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson joins us from Northeast Portland, where a memorial for the victim is growing this morning. Corey?
That's right, Drew. That memorial now sits on the sidewalk, just steps away from the Safeway on Northeast MLK Boulevard. And that memorial is growing this morning. People have placed cards, candles, as well as flowers. Now, 4 other people were also injured in that crash and were taken to the hospital. It happened just before noon yesterday. Now, police say the driver of a Ford Escape SUV was heading north on MLK when he drove on the sidewalk. That's where he hit 2 pedestrians and narrowly missed a child. Then the driver veered back onto the road, sideswiping another SUV before crossing the median and striking 2 other cars, including a pickup head-on. According to Portland police, it doesn't appear those crashes were intentional. That's because the driver of the Ford Escape has 2 prosthetic legs, and police say it's unclear if that played a role. We talked to one man who witnessed those crashes and called 911.
I could hear the accelerator. You could tell he wasn't backing off the accelerator at all. The man that was over here in front of the bank got picked up and lifted off the ground.
Now, police have not released any further information at this time on the person who was killed or their identity. They've also not release any further details on what, if any, charges the driver in that incident will face. Coming up at 7, we'll hear more from those who witnessed those crashes. Drew, China.
All right, Corey Johnson live for us this morning there in Northeast Portland. We also have new information this morning about the man that Longview police say stabbed 2 people, killing one of them. He has not been caught. He's considered armed and dangerous. So police say 51-year-old Alexander Rogers recently got out of prison for attacking other people with a machete in a neighboring county. Rogers is also accused now of killing 64-year-old Dawn Peters and critically injuring Andrew Peters on Tuesday night at this home in Longview. Authorities say Rogers could still be in the area. They say he's likely driving a black, spray-painted BMW with Washington plates starting with BNU.
He was arrested and ultimately served 20 plus years in prison. So he has not been out long from that. So, and that's why I say it's really important for us that the public knows this guy is dangerous. He's shown a propensity for violence.
Officers last saw Rogers earlier on Tuesday during a traffic stop near the Longview Fred Meyer. He has a nationwide warrant out for his arrest. If you see him, immediately call 911.
Providence says it's laying off another 128 employees in Oregon as it looks to cut $100 million in cost. In June, Providence cut some 300 positions in Oregon and Western Washington, and now the CEO in Oregon says more layoffs will come later this year. For context here, Providence, Oregon reported an operating loss of $250 million in the first quarter of this year. In a statement, the CEO partially blamed cuts to safety net programs and President Donald Trump's Big Beautiful Bill. In a statement, the Oregon Nurses Association said in part, quote, "These cuts don't just affect workers, they directly threaten the quality and safety of care in our communities. Layoffs will worsen Providence's ongoing staffing issues, which leads to unsafe patient loads and burned out caregivers."
In an update, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek revealed her new plan for transportation funding in the state. She's called lawmakers to a special session in just a few weeks to hammer out the plan. So here are a few of the details. Kotek is calling for a 6-cent hike in the state's gas tax, a $30 surcharge for registration fees for EVs and for vehicles that get 40 miles per gallon plus. One item that attempts to address Republican concerns, holding off on rate increases for heavy vehicles until 2029. So after Republicans argued there that truckers are just paying too much, Republican House Leader Christine Drazen says the proposal is still full of unnecessary new taxes and that the GOP might boycott the session if there's no room for public debate.
If the Democrats think that they're going to have a session where they don't have public hearings, we will use all the tools at our disposal to insist that Oregonians are part of this process.
The special session is set for the Friday of Labor Day weekend without a deal. Hundreds of layoffs at ODOT are set to start in mid-September.
In Happy Valley, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is cracking down on what it's calling illegal towing operations. So deputies recently arrested 3 people accused of running unlicensed towing companies. They also impounded 2 tow trucks. Officials say these predatory businesses violate state law, undercut legitimate companies, and put consumers at risk.
Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. I'm still moving on, yeah, yeah.
You, now I get what I... Do you know who sings that?
Oh, since you've been gone. Oh, wait. Since you've been gone. No, I don't know. Darn it.
Well,
Who sings it?
Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, I did know that.
Okay, well, if you need something to do this weekend, look no further than the Keller Auditorium. That's where the cast of And Juliet are performing. And the show flips the script on the greatest love story ever told and asks, what if Juliet didn't end it all for Romeo?
What if? What if I did know it was Kelly Clarkson? What if? So apparently this show is called a jukebox musical, which I didn't really know what that was, but our producer Alex Gray tells me that means all the music in this musical, well-known songs. You're going to recognize these songs. Eye of the Tiger being one. Not the cool one by Survivor in the 80s. It's the Katy Perry version of Eye of the Tiger. Since You've Been Gone, we just heard that, right? Kelly Clarkson. Of course, everyone knows that. Baby One More Time, I know that one. Britney Spears.
Yeah, good job.
We talked to Rachel Webb, the actress who plays Juliet in this production, about why she loves performing in this show.
I think that this musical tells such a beautiful story of self-love. It tells multiple stories, really, but Juliet specifically, her story is one of reclaiming her voice and choosing to operate in agency as opposed to letting everybody else tell her what to do and how to live. So I think that that was one of the biggest things that drew me to the role. But then again, it's also like a fun, silly, exciting, a lot of heart type of musical.
The show runs through Sunday at the Keller. You can find tickets at portland5.com. Can we test the different generations here on the Sunrise Show? When I say Eye of the Tiger, China, you think what? Eye of the Tiger.
Katy Perry.
And Rod, you think what?
I think Rocky,
There
of
you
course.
go.
Yeah.
Rocky. But I would like to mention that we do have like this team chat where the reporters and the anchors and the producers are on one. And I would like to mention that Corey Johnson, a reporter who started here about 2 weeks ago, said, "You didn't know that was Queen Kelly, Drew Carney, I'm judging."
Come on. It just wasn't top of mind right there in the moment.
She's already placed you in the not cool
But earlier
bucket.
this morning, I did nail the Katy Perry part.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Yeah. Oh,
And I might add, Corey is very sweet, very nice. So if she
sounds
thinks
like it.
you're not cool, you've got a problem.
We love Corey. We love Corey.
Rodney Hill, weekend forecast at your leisure, please.
Oh, you didn't take a shot at me. Very nice of you, sir. Here we go. We have the clear skies up top. There's Mount Hood. There's the rising sun. We have it this morning. And we have the table set now for sunshine all day today, all areas, and tomorrow and Sunday. So it will be a sunny, bright weekend. That's gorgeous. The sun over the vineyard. 49 is the temperature. It is one of the cooler starts we've had in a while. Let's see. Salem's now down to 50, so you folks might see your official low at 49 or so. No wind out there. Calm conditions. Clear skies over downtown Portland and the West Hills this morning, 57. And I'm just picking out the 40s because we don't get them that often in August. There's Sherwood, Beaverton, Hillsborough, Forest Grove, Scappoose, Battleground, I think Estacada, 47. McMinnville's been the cool spot, 44. Dallas, good morning, 49 for you. Our temperatures, this shows 62 at 10 a.m. and taking until 1 o'clock this afternoon to get up into the 70s. I have today's forecast high about 80 or 82. Going to be a little bit warmer than we've been last couple days, but still comfortable, still really nice, especially after our start. On the weather map, nobody's hot, everybody's sunny. 86 to Dallas, 82 Pendleton, low 80s Portland, Salem, and generally 60s to about 70 degrees today at the coast. Okay, yes, we still have the KGW weather impact alert for hot 90s on Sunday and Monday. And after bringing the numbers down as a forecaster the last couple days, we've actually pushed them back up. So 82 today, 86 tomorrow, not bad. And then plan around the heat with the impact alert of 96 Sunday, 97 Monday, and maybe we still get up to just 90 degrees on Tuesday. But obviously it's the hot weather Sunday afternoon and Monday that we are alerting you to. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Hey, Rod, thank you for that. Let's get you out the door with a couple of traffic alerts for this weekend. And as we bring those up, I want to start off with 217 northbound. This is the fourth in a series of 5 weekend closures. This one between 99W and Shoals Ferry. It kicks in at 9 o'clock tonight through as late as 5 o'clock on Monday morning. So be aware of that. And for 29 years, we've been doing this, the Providence Bridge Pedal. You get a chance to ride your bicycle over many of Portland's iconic bridges. And actually, you can still sign up for it, by the way. But if you want to avoid the traffic mayhem, know this. 7 bridges are involved. There are 6 partial closures. Most notably, the southbound lower deck of the Fremont Bridge, top deck of the Fremont Bridge, top deck at the Markham Bridge, that's northbound I-5, and westbound Ross Island, that's US 26, of course. These are the biggest impacts. But if you want to avoid all of this, ODOT tells us that all bridges are expected to reopen no later than 1 p.m. on Sunday. China, back to you.